had to be thrilled with your pitching today, getting through with a couple arms against that lineup, and especially the way Devin pitched. What was your take on why that worked so well?
Well, I mean, Devin is just a good mixer, and he can pitch. I mean, he's not going to throw the ball in the middle part of the plate. He can command several pitches, and he competes. And Ginther does too. Ginther's different than Futrell, obviously, but I mean, two good lefties, and they extended themselves. And to your point, on a day where you really needed to, because we're a little bit light in the bullpen right now. And it was a hitter's day. I mean, going out to right center field, so that's a dangerous team. Obviously, one of the best ones we've seen. So we kept it in the ballpark, and when we didn't, it was solo. So solo home runs typically don't beat you, but we didn't beat ourselves. We just didn't drop the ball. We took care of the ball defensively, in the air and on the ground, and that was a big deal.
When you brought Ryan in that spot, were you thinking, I'd like to see him finish it out? Because he doesn't usually go that long, or did you just see something in the way you threw that made you maybe take him a little longer?
I think we felt it just like, go inning by inning, but as he got to the 8th and he got to the 9th, the matchup favored him, we thought, with the two lefties, with Gavin and then Horning, so we felt he could get through those, or potentially get through those.
We can't see the bullpen from the press box. Did you have anybody up?
Yep, we had Schultz going.
Okay.
Yep.
What does it say about your team that you were able to come back not only after losing the Friday game, but being down a lot of pitchers?
They're tough-minded kids. They are. Each time they found themselves in a corner, they've come out fighting. They're good counter-punchers. And that's a good trait of a group of kids. And that trait doesn't always exist in the fibers of the team. But when you have it, you see it, and you feel it. I think you feel it more than just because you know. But they're consistent. They show up the same way all the time. I appreciate that. We appreciate that.
I know you got some help there in that 3-run inning, but you guys also were fouling off pitches and just putting it in play constantly. How much does the ability to continually put pressure on the defense help you in a spot like that?
A lot. And that ball that was hit to third base was also, there was a lot of traffic in front of him, so we created that. But today, the innings that we did score, everything was done with 2 outs. It was Nolan's hit early that started it, then it was professional at bat after that to score those runs. And Vastine, that was a 3-2 take, a good take to get to first base, and then after that it was Bradfield's hit by pitch, the walk, and just putting the ball in play. So I felt like that's really what we've kind of prided ourselves on, is just getting to first base.
What does it do for you to have someone like Devin on Sundays who can, be really efficient and not give up a lot of damage?
I mean, he's just a good pitcher. Whether it's Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, how we feel about that doesn't matter. But it's just good that you can have quality guys that go out there and compete for your team. And he does. He protects our team every time he goes out there.
How was Grayson Carter? I know that I think you looked at him in the middle of the game yesterday. He didn't pitch after that inning. Is he going to be out for a while, you think? Or?
I don't think so, no. He was evaluated right after, and he felt better today. So we probably could have rolled him back out there again, but we didn't. So we were just cautious.
And is Carter Holden at 100% right now?
Yeah, he is.
What's the importance of rolling the same lineup out? It's been a very consistent lineup. How does it help those 9 guys who are in the order with that kind of consistency?
Well, I think consistency, it sometimes cannot always be good because kids get comfortable. That group doesn't get comfortable. And they're also very respectful of the position that they have, knowing that when you're in the lineup every day, there's a respect factor to the people that aren't playing. And the people that aren't playing are very good team players and are right behind them. But those starters, they work at it hard to stay in the lineup, and they're consistent in what they do. So it gives us the ability just to put them out there.
You've seen a lot of baseball in this league, a lot of great freshman hitters. Where does Petrie rank with the freshmen you've seen?
It's just not a lot of of guys with power in the country, period, like that. I mean, he's an enormous presence in the batter's box. You really have to pitch. It feels like he's on every pitch. You know, he's got great power, but he's a hitter. And, you know, those numbers are the numbers of not a freshman. So you've got a really good one there. I mean, that whole lineup to me, I mean, when I look at that lineup, you know, every single person creates some pressure to you. Petrie's just an unusual young hitter, being as young as he is and being as aggressive and confident as he is.
Sorry, already been asked, but the South Carolina pitching staff maybe had an uncharacteristic week from a ball perspective. What's your impression of them and the depth that they have on the mound?
Really difficult. They just give you different looks. I compared them to Day's pitching staff back when Blackwell, that they had that staff where no pitcher ever looked the same. I felt like that. I know they're down like we are. They're down a couple arms, but at the same time, that's a really dangerous pitching staff. They can pitch down really quick. They're very competitive and very tough to beat.
I'm not going to say you're behind the 8 ball, but with your pitching, but you got a couple injuries that pushes some guys back. Maybe you use some guys this weekend that you usually use in the midweek. I think is it Indiana State Tuesday, which they're not easy. How do you approach pitching on Tuesday?
We just go with what's left, but that's a regional team. Indiana State's a real good team, so you know you just have to do what you have to do. Obviously, the conference weekends are really important, but so is in the midweeks, and we pride ourselves on that. Well, we'll just use the guys that we have. We might spread them out, but yeah, you just have to. Guys who don't pitch as much are going to have to pitch, but that's okay. And we'll get some of those guys back at some point in time. Don't know when.
Thanks, Tim.
Thank you.